Now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Here's the view down in Effingham right now. We're looking out there and seeing some more sunlight trying to filter on through as the rain has cleared out. And that'll be one of our first areas that actually gets that sunshine and starts to see temperatures warm. Still have an east-northeast wind at 7 with a temperature of 58. Dew point is at 56. I think all three of those going to change. We'll see temperatures and dew points rise. The wind turn more to the south and east as we head later on this afternoon. There's those winds across the area here as we move on forth. The planner for today does bring us back to the upper 60s, and for some of us into the 70s here. We have to turn that wind and get it out of the south. The warm front has to lift on through, and some showers expected to continue as well here on and off. Could be some severe weather for some of us. Not all of us in that severe weather threat, but really going to pinpoint a couple of areas where that is. And I think that's going to be where we see those temperatures climb to those mid-70s out there. We're at 73 in Lerna, 74 in Altamont, and in Greenup, 74 in Vermilion. That warm front really helping out here. Upper 60s and low 70s, that threat lower. Probably not much of a threat for places like Fairbury, only seeing a high of 64. This is the risk from the Storm Prediction Center, that yellow slight risk for areas south of I-72 towards Danville, really the I-70 corridor here. And then along I-72 and I-74, a marginal risk does exist north of I-74. Not really a threat for severe weather. We're going to call for a low chance for tornadoes. This is more an area-wide average. However, I think there could be a couple of isolated, fairly intense storms, and that may bring for a few of us that tornado threat up a little bit from 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. The 5 out of 10 right now for our viewing area now includes Mattoon, Charleston, Paris, Effingham, Shelbyville, down towards Litchfield, south of Taylorville. And I really think that we'll focus from Effingham towards Robinson up towards Casey. In this area here, I'll be heading out the storm tracker and I'll find my way somewhere close to Cumberland County to start. But we're going to watch and see what the warm front does in this area here, if not a little bit more south into places like Robinson and Newton. So we'll keep a very close eye on that. That also may be where a couple of those isolated storms could bring some strong wind gusts over 65 miles an hour. Going to watch that. Not a widespread threat. This isn't a line of storms coming on in. And any isolated storms also could have the chance for some quarter to $half size hail. That might be the risk that carries a little later into the evening further to the north. Let's walk you through on Future Track. I think it's doing a great job with the current rain we have and showing that clearing to our south starting to come on in. Notice here, 2-3 o'clock. There's some of our first storms that are popping up here, and as we watch them, they're more isolated in nature. They're pretty intense looking here on Future Track. This doesn't really affect Springfield or Bloomington. It might even stay south of Champaign. Really focusing again, Effingham to Terre Haute, points to the south there. And you'll see as we move along, a couple of those intense storms have that perhaps more enhanced tornado risk with it. After 7 o'clock then, I think we'll see some clearing, but the front will continue to push more north. This is where that hail threat may pick up a little bit more towards I-74. Not a big problem, but some noisy thunderstorms expected to continue into the night as well here. We'll keep an eye Thursday early morning as well with some of those storms there. 4 a.m. lining up from Peoria down towards Lincoln, Springfield, and Taylorville, and that will probably continue to work off to the east. So thunderstorm chances do continue tonight. I think the severe threat overall does wane after 10 p.m., probably done by midnight. We'll keep an eye and keep updates for you here. I don't want to rule it out at this point, but tomorrow, again, maybe another chance for severe weather in some of those same areas that it feels like we've been talking about repeatedly in the past. Just with that front coming on through, it doesn't clear. The cold front doesn't clear through until we get into Thursday evening, and that's why that severe weather risk is there. Still maybe some showers into Friday, and I have added to the board now for Saturday and Sunday at least some chance for some isolated showers out there, something we'll be keeping a close eye on. You can see that on your 7-day forecast here, where Saturday and Sunday now, just a brief mention Saturday for a stray shower, and we've got the chance for precip up a little bit on Sunday there. Something to keep an eye on here. I don't think it's going to ruin the weekend at this point, but we may not clear the system out as fast as we had hoped. Still, though, looks like it will trend drier by the weekend and into early next week.
And like you said, you're going to head out in the storm tracker after this. Okay. And we'll keep an eye on it.
Will do.
Jacob, thank you.